So after installing one side, we've got one running board installed. This is a 2017 Dodge Ram. So according to the instructions, on 09s to 10s, you have to drill 2/4 inch holes up for the front. But moving up from 11 to 17, there are two threaded holes on the back side for the upper bracket. So that makes it quite easy. So as we move to the other side of the vehicle, I've installed the front two already. Front two brackets are installed. Board is on the ground. So moving on to installing the last set of brackets.
Okay, go.
So now as you see, there's the sticker right here. This is on all the body marks on the Dodges. The sticker gets removed, opening up that hole. Never mind the Hondas in the neighborhood. So after installing one of the miscellaneous bolts into the threaded welded on nut, that's going to be your handle. Okay, this gets inserted in. Let me get that tight in there. It's inserted in to where you can find it to come out one of the bolt holes. This has been the trickiest part of the whole installation, was getting these in. So I insert it all the way and then rotate it till it finds. Then you have, these are the placeholders. They go over the existing hole. The bolt that comes out keeps it from falling back into the body. Okay, remove this bolt out of the top and drop it, of course. And I just stick it back in here until I'm ready to actually put the whole bracket back on. That way it doesn't move. So, the large bracket. This is the trickiest part of the whole installation, is keeping that lined up to put the bracket on. Set it on. Pull that bolt out. One washer. One lock washer. And one nut. I like to get it snug so as I move it around, I can get the bolt lined up on the other side. Sorry, car alarm going off. Small pause. Washer, bolt. Now, getting this bracket to line back up with the hole is always fun. And I missed, of course. Right there. And the only hand tools I'm using right now are a 13mm socket, 13mm box or open-ended wrench, and a 10mm socket and a 10mm open-ended or box wrench. I'm going to snug these up real quick. Not real snug, but enough to where it holds the bracket in place, so we can start installing the other part of the brackets. Now on to throwing stuff around. Now onto the actual brace. There's holes in the pinch weld for these. I have not had any issues whatsoever finding the actual needed areas. one of the 6mm bolts, washer on one side, washer on the other, and lock washer. See if you guys can see that. Lock washer and nylon locking nut as I drop it. And these are the 10 mils. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here as I install both and tighten it up. We'll see in a few. Alright. Missing one washer. I need one big washer. So now that these are in and snug, I can still move the bracket around as needed. I can go ahead and work on putting in. That's not the right size. I need one more. That's a little one. So, hardware difficulties. It's alright. I'm going to tie the two brackets together.
Go.
Alright, hardware issues taken care of. But these two bolts, I always make sure that they were flush here. That way I could level out this part and then tighten everything up. So as it goes on, another lock washer and a bolt, a nut under the bolt. I did use air tools for the rest of the brackets, but for the video, showing hand tools, just so everybody knows they can use them. Once again, these are the 13s. Snug that up. And for anybody's information, we did not jack the truck up to do this. Was able to do it all underneath with plenty of room. So everything there looks pretty good. So we'll just go ahead and finish snugging everything up. All right. Snug, snug, and snug. Now the last little set here. Probably help if I use the right side of the wrench. Really trying to make sure everybody can see, but this is not the easiest portion for videoing. So, I apologize. Alright, those are all tight, so all tight. That's the end of those. I'm just gonna, for good measure, I was putting the sticker back over the hole for any type of water of any sort. So it's good. Now we will see you over at the boards where it comes into putting the hardware on the board. Alright, so we're sitting at the board. We've got 6 actual square head bolts. 3 go in each side. They just fit in at the end and slide straight down. So we go ahead and slide 2 of them down all the way to the other end of the board. Sorry. And then 2 more towards the middle of the board. Then, as would say, we'd pick up the full board and line it up. There's the rear, there's the middle, and there's the front. We're going to go ahead and flip this board over, line up the holes, and I'll show you from there. last remaining bit of hardware. Washers, 6 nylon locking nuts for the underside bolts. This is also the good time where you want to set the running boards and measure them out where you want them on the truck. I've measured mine out to the body line on the front fender flare, but for trucks that don't have the front fender flare, you can measure them out to the wheel well or however you'd like. So there's a slight bit forward, but we'll fix that and then come back to tighten. Alright, so we've managed to get all of them on. They're not tightened down yet. This is just the 10 millimeter socket. So I'm just going to go ahead and tighten all of them down. We'll show them all tight, and then we'll show the running board finished. It's unlocked, right?
Go.
So we're going to finish tightening up the bottom ones down here. This is the last one. I have the boards measured out on both sides even. That you can eyeball, or you could actually measure. I just eyeballed off the fender flare. So, like I said before, these are the 10 mil nuts on there. They're the nylon locking. So, those are done. So, as we pan away, they're on 6-inch full crew cab. By the way, I'm sorry about the light, but it got kind of dark. I'm 180 pounds and they don't move. So, took about an hour and a half to install both. Had to figure out all the hardware, but there they are on both sides of the truck. Both done. Fit great. Didn't go with the wheel to wheel. Just went for the crew cab ones. Thank you.